Alright, I believe I have some more Pokemon to swap out. Yep, I actually do have two. So, like I said, I think I'm just going to use my other Time Flutes on Apom and Tropius, whatever the fuck it is. So because of that, I really only have 5 more Pokemon to have to, do this long process of battling in the earlier areas of Mount Battle. So, this is really almost done, because I have 2 more Time Flutes. So, let's take Gligar and Miltank. And since Meditite's not an evolved... You know what? No. I was gonna say I'm gonna go to Area 2 because Meditite's not evolved and therefore it's a little bit weaker, but I'll try Area 3. That way, I want Meditite to level up. I don't know if it will evolve if it just levels up once. I don't know at what level Meditite evolves into Medicham. But it's probably, at the highest, of course, something in the 30s. I am almost certain, almost 100% certain it's not level 40, you know? Level 40 is a pretty high level for evolution. Like, I know Pokemon that evolve around that level, Omanite, Kabuto, Ponyta, and Rhyhorn evolves at level 42. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Alright, that's good. I don't think Meditite can one-hit this thing, though. Oh, okay, it can with a crit, but barring a crit, no. Oh, also, in my Virtual Console Pokemon Crystal, I caught Raikou and Entei without having to use any cheating methods, so I had a Gengar and I used Mean Look on Entei, and then just caught it like I would a normal stationary legendary Pokemon, or I guess any other stationary Pokemon. And then Raikou, I just used my Master Ball. Yeah, apparently it's pronounced Raikou. I've been saying Raikou. I think Raikou sounds better. I don't particularly care. By that, I mean I don't care how it's pronounced, and I don't care whether I pronounce it correctly, because it's not that egregious of a mispronunciation. So yeah, I have all 3 legendary beast Pokemon and can finally get Ho-Oh. In Crystal. I'm not talking about this game if you heard stuff out of context. If you just fast-forwarded and heard something about I can finally get Ho-Oh, I'm talking about in my Crystal version. I have a little ways to go in this game, still. Also, I was on the same... When I was trying to get Raikou, so I was on the same route as it twice, and I had several wild encounters and didn't get it, because, of course, if you move to a different area, the Pokemon that roam will move, but if you have a lot of encounters in the same area, after several encounters, they will also move. So it took me till, when I was trying to get it at least, my 3rd time being in the same area as it to get the encounter. Yeah. I was lucky enough to actually encounter both of those Pokemon when I wasn't trying to capture them, just when I was going through tall grass for other reasons. So it made it a little bit easier, although I don't know. Of course, you know, I didn't mind the way that Diamond and Pearl handled roaming Pokemon because of the Pokétch and one of the watch functions that lets you very easily track their locations, so you don't have to fucking pause the game, pull up the Pokédex, check the area, close the Pokédex, and do it again when you go to a new area. Yeah. If I recall correctly, though. So, like, okay, Diamond, Pearl, it was just Mesprit and Cresselia, right? Platinum, it's those and the 3 legendary birds, so yeah. I've also beaten Red, actually twice. Managed to navigate through Mount Silver without Flash. That was interesting. Oh, and I also caught Lugia earlier in the game, for what it's worth. I hate, though, how in Crystal both Lugia and Ho-Oh are at level 60, and as a result, neither has their signature move. I mean, I think it's bullshit how in Gold and Silver, the one that's on your box, your box art legendary is level, I think, 40, so it does have its signature move. But the other one is at level 70 and does not, and in Crystal they're both at 60 and neither have their signature move. And of course, there's no move relearner in those games, so you can't do anything about it. I mean, but just playing... I mean, Crystal's a really good game, but, like, just playing through it has made me just realize just how phenomenal Heart Gold and Soul Silver were. I mean, Soul Silver is the only game that I own in a foreign language. It's the only game I've imported. I mean, unless you count, like, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 3, because it wasn't ever released in the US, but it did release in Europe, and particularly in the UK, which means, you know, it's available in English. But not counting that, because it's not available in the US, Pokemon Soul Silver is the only game I've really imported. So, and that's because I actually first played Japanese Heart Gold on an emulator. And I do own Heart Gold in English. I have the American Heart Gold. So that's also the only set of games where I have both games. You know, those were really fun, just because the Gen 2 games themselves were already pretty fun. But it's kind of cool how they incorporated stuff from Crystal. I don't know why I'm saying this, because those games are excuse me, hiccup there, in no way recent. They're approaching, like, being a decade old, which is insane to think about, but, so, not news, just, I guess kind of this sort of realization, I had, or I guess this sort of, I guess you could maybe say it's an epiphany, is more recent. Of course, you know, Gen 2 still has the pretty horrendous box system, but, you know, at least, it's unfortunate because I believe you have to have Bill's number registered, and you can only hold up to 10 phone numbers, so you have to have one of the slots taken up with Bill. and at least you can get a call from Bill when you fill up a box, and at least you can view a little bit more information about your boxes, like, without having to switch to them. Like, I don't think in Gen 1 you can see how many Pokemon are in a box unless you switch to the box. Of course, the Move Pokemon without mail feature, it's a little bit slow, but it's better than not having it. It's basically the precursor to the Move function, you know. Yeah. Of course, I'm sure lots of people watching this probably knew all this, so this isn't news to anyone. This probably isn't really news to anyone. It's sort of a little bit of a rant, because yes, the Gens 1 and 2 had a very awful box system, though it was slightly better in Gen 2. I believe in Gen 2 also, several status conditions that are supposed to improve catch rates don't, such as paralysis. I think sleep does work, but I think I read that paralysis with maybe a couple of others doesn't do anything because of bugs. Also, a lot of the Apricorn balls don't work properly because of bugs. So they're not perfect, but, you know, most of the main features work. So that's why they're still great games, right? Oh, seriously? I mean, this battle's going to be over soon, but both my Pokemon got poisoned. Yeah, a lot of poison-type moves that don't have very high base power have a decently, like, high chance of inflicting poison, like, you know, Sludge, Smog. Poison Sting I don't think as much, but, like, Sludge and Smog in particular. It's pretty annoying. Also, I know I mentioned this, but did I mention my lucky egg in Crystal? Thanks to using the repel trick. Made it a little bit easier. If, basically, I'm not going to go into too much detail, because I don't want to just... First of all, I don't remember all the details, but also the details are a little bit numerical. But if my assumption that for a Pokemon that can appear at multiple levels, each level is equally likely, if that is true, then using the repel trick at night in Crystal on Route 14, you can increase the chances of encountering a Chansey from 1% to about 1.75%. Yeah. That is assuming the assumption I stated about each level being equally likely. And yeah. Unfortunately, during the day, you can still do the trick, but I think you can only boost your likelihood to about 1.25%, so it's about a half a percentage point lower, but it's still higher than the base of 1%. Also, so the remakes, of course, have the magnet train, but it's useful if you're in Kanto, if you want to go back to Johto, because if you want to try, you can't fly, obviously, to any of the Johto locations. Well, not obviously, but if you've played the game, you would know that you can't fly to any of the Johto locations if you're in Kanto. So what you could do is maybe, like, go to Viridian City, go towards the Pokemon League, and then go over to Mount Silver if you have it unlocked, to get back to what's technically Johto, and then you can fly elsewhere, which is what I used to do, because the first time I played the game, I didn't know about the magnet train. I didn't really know about it, that you could actually use it. Your other option is just to take the train. Or if you haven't unlocked Mount Silver, you could go backwards through Victory Road. Because, of course, the Gen 2 Victory Road is very, very short and, like, kind of lazy. So it's not entirely unfeasible, but... Of course, in the remakes, you can fly to the Indigo Plateau, and if you're at the Indigo Plateau, you can fly to locations in either region. So, I don't know. Unless you maybe don't have a Pokemon on your available with Fly, which is not likely at that point in the game. Basically, in the remakes, I pretty much would never take the Magnet Train. But that doesn't matter, because, you know, if I don't want to take it, because I found a better way of getting around, I don't have to, so it's really not a big deal. Although it would kind of be nice to just be able to fly to all the locations, no matter where you are. But it's not a big deal. Although one thing that is annoying in Crystal is there are a lot more Pokemon that only appear at certain times of the day. Like, Machop can't be found at night, I'm pretty sure, in any of the locations where it appears, as far as I know. Pokemon, okay, Larvitar can only be found around, like, Mount Silver, but it can't be found at night. Of course, for someone like me, who's a bit more of a night owl, it's a little bit annoying, because that's usually when I have the time to play. Although, well, no. Anyway, never mind. However, a lot of Pokemon that were available, like, in fewer locations or, like, very late in the game are available a bit earlier. Or at least a few of them are, like, I think Sneasel. I think. I actually don't know if you could catch Sneasel in the Ice Path in Gold and Silver. But, like, Growlithe is available much earlier in the game. Because, you know, in the Johto, in Gen 2, Gold Silver, not a lot of fire types to choose from, so, yeah. Of course, the Repel trick is less effective in Gold and Silver because you can only find Chanseys at level 25, whereas Crystal Route 14, they can be anywhere between level 25 and 28. Oh, boy. Wait, why did I use Shadow Rush? I don't need to. Oh, well, High Jump Kick could miss. And that could be potentially annoying. Fake tears. I mean, does Mawile have any special attacks anyway? High Jump Kick. Okay. Another tight, don't miss. Of course. That's bullshit. Garbage. Oh, that's not gonna... That doesn't even use... I mean... Jesus Christ, a crit. Do they even have any attacks that use special, though? Because it seems like they'd probably just be using physical attacks. Because of their typings. I mean, Mawile might have Bite, but that's really the only thing I can think of. Jesus Christ. Miss! Come on, you can... Oh. Fuck. Okay, that's more like it. Use Confusion. Alright, Maywile's ready. Metatite is ready. Alright, we'll send out Gligar. Okay, and I think she uses water types, so why did I choose Gligar? Oh, I should be able to one-shot most of this stuff. Okay, Stantler's down to its last bar. Excellent. Takedown. Excellent. Yeah, like that really makes a difference. Now you lose stab for all your water type attacks. Okay, I'm gonna go Purify Metatite now, and see if it evolves, if it even levels up. Nope. Yes, please, teleport me back. That's bright. Alright. Metatite. Let's go. Attacked. Oh, no evolution, huh? I don't know at which level it evolves, but I guess it's gotta be a high 30s. Huh. Interesting. Well, now just I have to swap it out with the last Pokemon I plan on purifying through, you know, repeated battling. And that would be Absol. Jesus, I get hit with another fucking crit. How many critical hits have I taken? now the question is, do I use Stantler for one more battle, or switch it out? I'll just use it for one more battle. That way I can be sure that it's ready to be purified. Although I think I'll probably just wait till all 4 of these Pokemon are ready to be purified. Okay, now I can switch out. I'm gonna send out Miltank next. Alright, EXP for Gligar. Really? Really? Oh, of course. Jesus fuck. God, that's bullshit. Alright, let's check something here. So, 93 attack, 81 attack? What the fuck? How bulky is Shroomish? I'm pretty sure Shadow Rush uses attack, by the way. And I'm pretty sure the thing I was looking at did actually say attack. Oh my god. I mean, maybe neither Miltank nor Gligar are that exceptional on offense, or at least with attack. Both using acid armor. Don't use Pin Missile. Okay, well, fine. I don't even know if that Pinecone Missile. Oh, come on. Poison Sting. Don't know if that crit would have been necessary, considering Miltank does have slightly higher attack than Gligar. I'm thinking it probably wouldn't have been, but I'm not really going to complain. Hey, that's Miltank's move. Miltank should be the one rolling out. Miss. Thank you. Please also miss. No, okay. Please only hit twice. Nope. Okay. Of course, 5 times. At least it doesn't crit, I guess. I don't think I want to go on to the next area. Okay, but I want to actually see how many Poke Coupons I have right now. You know, I've cleared several areas. I've cleared a lot of areas over the course of doing my purifying. So let's see here, 13,900. So I can't quite afford... I'm not going to get any of these, but I actually can't afford bright powder or leftovers. I'm going to wait till I'm actually about ready to, you know, ready my team for Mount Battle and Battle Mode. But yeah, for now, I'm going to call it quits, so just 6 more Pokemon to do. We'll worry about that next time, so goodbye.